'cause I'm feeling so good.
Hey guys, it is trixkills here, and I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. Because I have. It has been so relaxing, and I will tell you why. Full update, I took a whole week off of self-care and just gaming out, honestly. Like, seriously, that's literally all I needed. Without anybody watching me, without, just like people telling me like, hey, by the way, you put your scan in the wrong area, etc, etc. But anyways, besides the point, I took self-care day. I got my nails recently done with my best friend for her birthday, and that was completely fun. And then we went to go get some Starbucks and tacos. I know, it sounds very basic, but sometimes the basic things in life is the best things in life. Am I right? I think I'm right. Well, anyways, I'm really hoping I'm right. It was awesome. Honestly, if I were to ever have a birthday in October, I think I'd be so much happier. But unfortunately, my birthday is not in October. It is in December, which is unfortunate. Just to let you guys know, it's actually in December 25th of all days. I know, terrible. And every single time I tell people when my birthday is, I always get the same questions. And those questions are, do you get 2 gifts or do you get 1 gift? And I look at them, I'm like, well, unfortunately, I kind of get quirky, and you can try to fit as many people as you want in it. Like, why not? That'd be so cool. So today I shoved about 4 people in this, or a family of 4. You can even get yourself a roommate and have them have that type of bedroom. It's completely up to you on how you want to set that up. People always ask me whenever they figure out when my birthday is, like, oh, do you get 2 gifts or 1? Do you guys celebrate it as your birthday, or do you celebrate it as Christmas? And unfortunately, the real answer is I usually get 1 gift, and it's usually Christmas. And then my mother always tells me, she never forgets to tell me, the gift that I was given every year was a life from her. Like, what the hell? Thanks, Mom. But really, guys, I do enjoy Christmas festivities, especially when Christmas caroling. I generally don't like going around Christmas caroling, but I am a complete nut when it comes to Christmas caroling at home. It is a weird time of year, yes, I know, and honestly, I am okay with being that weird, you know what I mean? However, besides the point of festivities and being weird, it is okay with being festive and weird. To the main point of this entire video, which I'm supposed to be doing, is I do have a few ideas up my sleeve for small builds. Now, I have been pre-recording recently. I know I sound like an adult now. Oh, Trix, you've been pre-recording? Oh, you're amazing. And I'm like, yeah, you see me. Please don't fire me. So I know I'm really late, but I did get the seasons pack and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I'm wondering why I did not purchase it in the beginning. Anyways, so what I do have in mind for everyone is a small, tiny fall home. And I'm gonna try to shove as many people in it as possible, because I mean, what's a small home if you don't got a ton of people to shove in, right? And then the other build that I'm trying to, in the works with actually, is a winter home. And I really want it like whimsical, really Christmassy, and like a lot of room to kind of like play in the snow. I think would be lovely. My goal for this year is, well, the end of this year is to basically start posting on YouTube at least like every second day would be like something Sims, and then like once a week it would be like my live streams from Apex. I have been grinding and ranked recently, and I've actually reached plat, which is an amazing step. The last time I reached plat was in season 4. I didn't have a really consistent team, like I do not have one right now. But if you do know anybody, who is a good consistent third, I do not mind. Send them my application, and if they like me, let's make a friendship happen. With this build, I did want to keep the kitchen fairly small, just so I can have enough room for a dining room and a living room at the same time. I'm noticing usually in my builds, I generally don't have either or. Like, sometimes I forget that I don't have space for a dining room, or sometimes I forget that I don't have space for a living room. So I am trying my best to kind of learn how to compact things and be more efficient with my space. With the kitchen, I kept with really neutral, warm tones. Later in this video, I will be changing the wallpaper. I liked it, but like I found something a little bit better with a little bit more neutral, because I didn't want anything to like stick out way too much. I wanted everything to kind of complement each other. And of course, nothing says homey and comfortable than clutter, and I absolutely love clutter. I love the fact that I can literally just make an entire corner filled with random items. It is the funnest thing ever. Honestly, it was also one of the reasons why I got into Sims, was because of the clutter. Another reason is because I love to actually decorate, and I didn't realize I had a thing for interior designing until Sims came along. I think I even started off with Sims 2, but I didn't really have my own GameCube. It was on the GameCube. Yes, I remember. It was on the GameCube at a time, and my cousins had it. So every single time I would go on the weekend and I would go to my cousin's house and I'd play Sims 2. And honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure my builds looked really off and really bad, but I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was like a little young little girl. So, I mean, look at me now. For this build, I kept the foyer fairly small. The dining room and the foyer do share an area in the entire house. It's just how it worked out. I think it looked really nice. Like as you walk in, you see the dining area and then you just walk straight into the kitchen. And then to your right, you will see the living room. I think it's still like a little bit more open and still as spacious in such a small little home. I recently found these little dangly light thingies and I absolutely love them. So I've just been putting them everywhere. They're so cute. Absolutely so cute. There's like just certain things that completely make a room. Like, for example, a fridge makes the kitchen. And honestly, the lights made the dining room. Same thing, right? You guys can't tell me otherwise. I've already made up my mind. I did do something kind of different with the shoe rack. I made it like double high, if that makes sense. So it's like kind of on top of each other and I kind of just use a little sheet, boom, right there. Every time I build, I want to try to create something different every single time, or a little bit different, like something that makes it kind of unique to itself. So I guess the shoe rack in this case is one, and plus the lights are really cool. Going back to the lights. Here we are in the living room. I don't have a lot of room for this one, and I noticed that the living room is an awkward shape, so I had to put the couch in an angle. And then I also have one singular couch on the side there that kind of like, you know, fill the room up a little bit better. Whenever I'm thinking about small builds, I'm thinking about the amount of clutter and the amount of things that you have to have in it for it to be workable or usable or kind of like legit. Like you want to be a little bit realistic. Let's say you have a whole family in a small 82 tile home or whatever. Like there is bound to be just a bunch of clutter. And mind you, these people have 2 kids. I feel like when building homes, it is always good to be realistic. When building homes, it could either be super empty or you could have it completely cluttered. I feel like with every home, there's always like a signature style. And I'm starting to realize that my style is complete kind of homey, very small and compact, which is completely fine with me. Whenever I do come into modern homes, I'm a little bit lost. Apparently I had too much personality, which is completely fine again. But on another note, to expand my creative horizon, I have opened an Etsy account. Before I actually even started YouTube and streaming on Twitch, I was actually an artist. And I'm still an artist. I'm an amateur artist and I'm loud and I'm proud now that I'm saying this. And I finally come to the conclusion that I should just kind of open an Etsy account, see what happens. I've had a couple of friends and colleagues that said, hey, you know what? If you post something or if you paint something really cool, they will definitely and surely, you know, support me. And I'm completely 100% down for that. Of course, I've been a little bit nervous on it. I have a really cool name for it. I will not tell you. You will have to look in Etsy. Link will be below, or if it is not below, it will be in my socials for sure. After you're done seeing this video, please remember to like it. By the way, just letting you know. And if you really enjoyed it and you're not subbed to me, sub to me. But yeah, my Etsy account is going to consist of paintings that I've previously painted, obviously, and things that are going on sale or that are on sale. And I just want to forewarn everybody. I know that I seem like a really like humorous, bubbly person to people on stream and even off stream. So what you might see is a little bit weird. And I'm not saying you're going to see any nudity or any like anything, you know. But you will be seeing a lot of gore. You will be seeing a lot of portraits, scary portraits. So good luck. Painting portraits or faces have been such a long passion of mine since I was a young teenager in an art foundations class, and I completely fell in love with painting. And it was kind of weird because like in the beginning of that class, we started off with like charcoal, we started off with just like regular like pencil crayons, and then one day out of the blue, this may not even be in the blue, but it was on, I'm pretty sure it was on the schedule. Clearly I don't read then, and I still don't read as much now, which I probably should. But anyways, she comes out with like boxes of materials, and those materials were paintbrushes and cans of paint. And I'm like, ooh, what are we doing? And she goes, hey, today's session's gonna be all about acrylic paints. And that is where I got started. Cool thing was I learned how to stretch a canvas, I learned how to sandpaper it, I learned how to use a big huge stapler and even like nail stuff to other pieces of wood. It was like one of the best experiences young adolescent me has ever gone through. And ever since then, I've been always inspired. Recently, I think about a year ago now, or 2 years possibly now, it's a little bit of a blur right now, I got into oil painting. And honestly, oil painting is almost completely different. I do like oil painting a lot better than acrylic. The blending just makes more sense to me. It's so much more fluid. And I enjoy it. It's really good. However, I do want to say the downside is that it's very expensive. With all hobbies, it's going to get expensive. I believe at Michael's, where I'm from, like a big like 250 ml tube of paint is like about $25. Or you can get a deal, or I think it's 25 or 27. And then because I did see a deal for 2 for 50 of the same 250 milliliter tube of paint. And I'm like literally thinking to myself, like, why is this so expensive just to put some paint on some damn canvas? But I mean, it is completely worth it if you absolutely love it. In that sense, it does make sense if you are to spend good money on whatever hobby that you choose to, you know, specialize in. And gaming and painting is one of the hobbies that I love. I'm just kind of wondering, like, usually people have like one hobby, like here and there, you know, or even two. But then all of a sudden you have me, and I love makeup, I love gaming, and I love painting. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of getting sick of myself, you know? Stick to one thing, Trix. And you know what puts the icing on the cake is that I also have a love for shoe, or partly fashion. So we already know that I'm kind of in debt, but that's besides the point. We are in the master bedroom now. I loved what I did with the side like seating area, and I put just a bunch of books on it. I like to imagine that like at least one of the parents are like really into reading, or actually went back into school to fulfill their lifelong dream of being a space cowboy. I don't know. But I tried to kind of keep it up with that. I also tried to make it seem like one of the parents also really loves to knit and is a big fanatic for arts and crafts. And I think it really made the home feel a lot more welcoming, a lot more comfy, and just a happy family home. I think when creating a story of a family, it is always good to kind of ask yourself, like, are you trying to make the happy couple? Well, are you trying to make them happy? Or like basically, what are they really into? What are their jobs? Like, what do you think their characteristics might be? How crazy are their kids? How like absolutely fun are their kids? You know what I mean? Just these are the things that come in my mind. Like, do they have any sports? Do they really like X, Y, and Z? What do they do on the weekend? I'm not creepy because it's probably already posted on Facebook. But anyways, I honestly like when there is a backstory to homes, because you like can just look into a home and just kind of see like, this is what their family's all about. This is what the story is telling me. This is how I'm going to play out these Sims, you know? So it's really enjoyable that way. It also makes it a lot easier when building homes to tell a story when you kind of know already what you're kind of going for. And all right, we are at the landscaping portion. I have been practicing heavily on landscaping. I've even looked up on YouTube about a few tips and tricks. Like, seriously, I'm like super serious about just wanting to be a better landscaper. It just makes the house go so much more well. So that's honestly what I've been kind of practicing on. I personally think I did a really good job on this. I left a little area for any sim that wants to make a little tiny garden within this backyard. I just feel like landscaping is not complete until you have a little tiny garden in it. And I did that. Soon you will see me actually carving out the backyard. They actually do have a really big, spacious backyard. A little jealous here. They got a lot of space to kind of roam around. They got 2 rambunctious kids, so I mean, it's a good, safe environment to actually, you know, have them kind of run around. I set up the swing on the right hand side, and on the left hand side I put like a tree and then this tub and then a little bit more greenery just to kind of complete the area. If anybody does want to download this is on the gallery, and if you do want to play around in the backyard and add like maybe like a cooking area or like a campfire, please do it. My Sims ID is trixkills if you'd like to find me. And if you did enjoy this video and I made you smile or wonder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Most likely next week. You can also follow me on any socials. I will be live on Monday. Anyways, guys, have a great time and please be safe and stay hydrated. You know the rules. Bye.
The other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. How do you do? 'Cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh.